YouTube, it's Andrea and I'm back with another video. I am going to be talking about a hot topic in today's video, the Pearson Vue Trick. And honestly, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, I suggest you keep watching. So as many of you know, when you go to take the NCLEX, right? The big exam to get your license, all the hard work that you had to put in nursing school goes into that exam. So if you do not know, let me tell you now, you have to wait. I know here in Texas, and I know it's like this for a lot of other states, in some states it's even longer, you have to wait a full 48 hours before you can find out if you passed or not. Now, if you have already taken the NCLEX, you know that 48 hours is the longest 48 hours you have ever experienced in life. Now, here's where the Pearson Vue Trick comes into play. But let me say this, guys, before I explain what the Pearson Vue Trick is, I do want to say, please make sure y'all hear me say this. This Pearson Vue Trick does not determine 100% whether you pass or not. And what I mean by that is the only way to determine whether or not you pass the NCLEX 100% is, essentially to wait that full 48 hours. But I will say 99.999% of the stories that I've ever seen, ever read, experienced myself, all of my classmates that did the Pearson Vue Trick in 2019, here in the month of June, which is when a lot of us took our tests, try the Pearson Vue Trick, it works 100%. Those of us that did pass, which I think is pretty much all my class and all my friends, we all passed and we all got the good pop-up. Now, if you want to know how to do the Pearson Trick, keep watching. I'm going to show you guys step by step by step. But I think it's really important for me to point out before I show you guys the screen recording, the most important thing when it comes to this trick. When you are putting in your card information, please make sure you put in the incorrect expiration date. God forbid you fail the exam, and you get the bad pop-up, your payment is going to go through, which means you're going to pay for the NCLEX again. And once again, God forbid that result is inaccurate and you actually did pass the exam, but then you ended up paying for the NCLEX again. Baby, you just spent like $200, and I don't even want to quote it, whether or not they're going to give you your $200 back. I'm just going to let you know now. Please, please, please make sure you put in the wrong expiration date from your debit or credit card, whatever you use. Make sure that little piece of information is incorrect. Now you're probably thinking, okay, well, I'm going to get an error regardless if I'm putting in the expiration date wrong. You're wrong. That's not right. So let me tell you this. I'm going to show you guys again in the screen recording. When you get the good pop-up, it's not even going to try to process the payment because it's basically going to say, like, I don't know it word for word, but it's going to say somewhere along the lines, if you've already registered for this test, you cannot do so again at this time. That's the good pop-up. That means, you pass. 9 times out of 10, you pass. But if you get the bad pop-up, either it's going to say, your payment is going to go through, for one. Your payment is going to go through if you put in the correct card information, which is why I say please make sure you put the wrong expiration date. You're probably going to hear me say that 10 times. You're probably going to hear me say that 10 times in this video. So make sure you put that wrong expiration date in one more time. So yeah, let's just say you did put in that wrong or that correct card information. The payment is going to go through. That's a bad pop-up. That means you failed. That means, you just paid for the NCLEX again. Or 2, I believe you would get a card error saying that your card information was not correct, which means it tried to process the payment, but it picked up on the fact that your card information was wrong. So let's try again. But like I said, let me say it one more time. This does not determine 100%. This is not the board right here. This is not your license gonna pop up right then and there. This is just something that I did personally. A lot of my classmates, a lot of people that I know did this to release some anxiety, because that 48 hours is a long time. And I probably did this about 10 times while waiting for my actual results, 48 hours. And every single time I did get the good pop-up. So the next thing is, how soon should you actually do it? I know people that did it like as they were walking out to the parking lot, still got the good pop-up. And I know people that waited hours after their exam, still got the good pop-up. I'm actually going to attach an article down below that one of my classmates shared with the class that I found was super helpful, kind of told you step by step. So if what I'm saying is not making sense right now, you can click on the link below to give you a full description of the Pearson Vue Trick. But I personally did it probably like an hour after my exam, roughly about an hour, maybe even like 50 minutes after. And I got the good pop-up. And like I said, I did it probably about 10 times after that. I did it that whole day Friday, a few times that Saturday, and then I got my results on Sunday. And like I said, the good pop-up was accurate, it was correct. Pearson Vue Trick worked 100% for me. I mean, it was right. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the screen recording, and I will show you guys how to do it step by step.
Okay, so you guys are actually going to be pretty familiar with this whole setup login deal. It's the same thing that you did when you first originally signed up for your NCLEX. So you will go to the NCSBN website, again, register for the NCLEX. The same process you did, literally the same exact process you did when you first registered for your NCLEX to take the exam for the initial attempt. Okay, so try not to worry too much about that error sign that I have showing at the top of the screen. It really was just saying that because I had recently just logged in like prior to making this recording and I didn't log out. So for safety reasons, it was displaying that error. So, okay, guys, literally same exact process. You're going to go ahead and press the start the registration process. Now, of course, this next selection is entirely up to you and what, pertains to you, whether you're in the U.S. or Canada. I am in the U.S., so that is what I did. And whether you're taking the RN exam or the LPN exam, this, trick works for both. Of course, I took the RN exam, so that is what I pressed. And this is just showing the price of $200 of what this exam will be. All right, so this is where things get a little different. So the first question, have you ever taken the NCLEX before? Yes, you have. This whole thing that we're doing is basically as if you are re-registering for the NCLEX all over again. So have you ever taken it before to qualify for the same license? Yes, you have. The last question, have you ever qualified for a different license? Have you ever taken the NCLEX for a different license? I personally have not because I don't have my LPN license, and this was the first time that I was qualifying for any type of license. Okay, and then the next page, the payment processing. Please make sure, once again, you're putting in the wrong expiration date, whether it's by a year off, month off, whatever it may be. I'm going to go ahead and fill mine out, and I will continue this on the next page. Okay, and then this page just indicates that you need to go ahead and submit the order. Okay, so you'll hit submit on that previous page, and this is the page where you will either get the good pop-up or the bad pop-up. Now, this right here is the good pop-up, basically saying that the records indicate that I recently scheduled this exam and another registration cannot be made at this time. Again, this is a good pop-up.
So guys, that is how you do the Pearson Vue Trick. Hopefully it helped. Like I said, one more time, please guys, this is not your actual results. This is not 100%. But 99% I would say, because like I said, 100% of people that I know that try the Pearson Vue Trick got the good pop-up and actually passed their exams. So if you want to relieve some of your anxiety, I highly suggest doing it. Again, don't forget that I submitted the article down below that I read that kind of explained a little bit more if you have any other questions. And I think that is it for this video, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Make sure you join the All Things Nursing Facebook group in the description below. Follow my Instagram, my Snapchat, my Facebook. Follow my Instagram, my Snapchat, my Twitter, all of the above. And I will check you guys out in the next video.